Hey y'all, Peter Bros Golf Show, back at it again for another week. I'm Rod.
And I'm Marcus.
So, in any tournament, you can always go back and, find a couple shots that you look back and you're like, I feel like that's where the tournament was won or lost. And,
Yeah,
I felt like for Schauffele, he had a couple of holes, I think it was 14 and 15 today, that I think for him, he needed to keep pushing. Scheffler was a handful of holes ahead of him, and I don't know if he was scoreboard watching, but you could tell the frustration started to set in for Schauffele.
yeah,
Had a bogey, had a wayward drive where he ended up in a fairway bunker, slammed the driver down on the tee box. You could just tell that the man was getting frustrated. And in our show notes, I put out there that could this be a career transforming win for Schauffele, right? Honestly, he is really good. He's a workman's golfer. He
definitely.
does everything really solid, drives the ball, iron play, putting, all very solid. But is it elite on the PGA Tour level, professional golf level? What did you
Yeah.
think of that? Going into the round, did you feel like that could be defining for him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I felt like for either him or Wyndham Clark, this could have been a defining, really win. But like, I guess more so for Shoffley, it was a more defining win. For Wyndham Clark, it would have been more of like a stamp of like, yes, I am legit because he already
Mhm.
won twice now. So this would have been weird. Win number three, the fifth major. So of course, the players would have held it in high regards, and then of course, the Golf Channel people definitely hold this in high regards
Well,
because they've been trying to elevate it themselves for a
yeah,
while.
four
But
for four for Clark. Got the Wells Fargo last year, the U.S. Open, Pebble Beach earlier this year. So this would have been
oh, that's
four.
right.
And I feel like people were questioning Clark's validity, just because the Pebble Beach was shortened. You're always
Yeah,
going to have doubters out there. So I think this would have been kind of that seal of approval that he belongs in that tier. I still think very highly of where he's going and what his game is going to show up as in the future. What are your thoughts on? Well, let me ask you a follow up question for the Schauffele deal. Do you
yeah.
think he is elite?
Oh, that's tough. I feel like yes, he is, but it's inconsistency. He is an elite, consistent player. Now, he's not an elite winner yet, but I mean, dude is still in his like early 20s, mid 20s at worst. So I mean, honestly, when your first tour win is the tour championship, it's kind of like big, big shoes to fill for the pretty much the remainder of what you got going on in your prime or your lead up to your prime. So, I mean, unfortunately for him, like he put himself in a situation where a lot of stuff was going to be flowing. But I mean, the dude's got a gold medal, the dude's got a tour championship. So, I mean, it's tough to like bet against Xander Schauffele. I mean, and he's so consistent. I mean, you saw it right then and there. Dude still shot an under par round. He just didn't shoot 8 under, and Scotty came and got him. But it's a tough one to like. Hmm, I don't know, Rob. That's a good question.
I know I was having some signal issues there, so I think it still is a tough question for Schauffele. And like I said, you see the talent is there. I want to pull up his stats to see kind of how he fared this week compared to the field. I mean, ball striking, he's very much in the top 25% of ball strikers out there. Again, putting, he was eighth this week. Let me go ahead and pull this up and display this so everybody can catch a look at it. I mean, really, I mean, the stats are there. The man's not just bad in any area at all. Again, you can see strokes gained off the tee box, he's 18. Strokes gained approached, 14th. Around the green, 13th. Putting, he's 8th. Strokes gained total, when you put that all together, he's second. I mean, there's very few weak spots in the man's game. It's just when
Yeah,
it comes down to closing it out and just kind of taking off from fields, I don't know if he has that next gear. I think that kind of leads into the discussion regarding Scotty. I mean, there's just a separate, there's another gear that Scotty's got that, even with the neck this week and in pain, it looked like going on from round two that he kind of battled through, that the dude's just got something extra. And now that we're harping on the fact that he's figured out the putting, who's messing with Scottie Scheffler at this point? Just
Right.
elite ball striking, unflappable. I don't know, man. I feel like Scotty's that guy that if he's in the rearview mirror, I feel like people are now worried about him and are they gonna get chased down like a track meet, right? He on the
Yeah.
relay, is Scotty gonna catch him the last? You get a lot of stuff out of this channel, y'all. A little business knowledge, a little technical golf knowledge, a little BS in here and there. You're in a well-rounded environment. So uh
Absolutely.
hit that subscribe button, hit that membership button. We got you covered on all things golf.